Hi, my name's Renee Peterson. I'm the office manager for our Landscape and Garden Services division. Today we are joining our garden coach Lynn on her appointment here in Richfield. Our customer today is looking to redo an area of their backyard to make it more inviting and appealing to look at. Our garden coaching service is a great service for a homeowner that's looking to learn more about their existing landscape, but also for the do-it-yourself gardener looking to install a landscape planting project yourself. Our garden coaches are able to answer any gardening question you have, such as plant identification or care, and they're also able to create a rough sketch for you. The sketch is just a very simple, easy to follow sketch. It's not measured out or to scale, and it gives you ideas and suggestions of what to plant where, along with a list of plants and materials to purchase for your project.
So Lynn, this is our backyard space that I have neglected for probably the last 3 to 4 years. And my husband and I are looking to clean it up. And we had questions about what we have in here, what we could keep, what we can't keep. I really wasn't sure what this was right here.
Okay. Yeah, that's called snow on the mountain, or bishop's weed is the common name. It's pretty invasive. It's a great ground cover if you have a confined space that you want to fill. But in the general garden uses, it'll take over everything.
So I'm not sure I really want to keep that.
Yeah.
But I know the lilies back here. Is that something that I can keep and replant, move those?
You certainly can.
Within the garden somewhere?
Yeah, you can dig them up and move them. They're pretty sturdy plants. They are a little bit hard to dig up. So right now, after a big rain, is a great time to try and dig those up. You certainly can move them anywhere you like. They tend to prefer sun. But
I was going to say, I get very little sun.
Yeah.
I have more shade back here with the big maple we've got back here.
So as you can see, they're actually doing pretty well, even in the shade. So yeah, you could probably put those anywhere you wanted.
So I'm looking for more shade plants. And the other problem I got are rabbits. We have got rabbits galore throughout the neighborhood. Is there anything I can use? Or I don't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
Is there something I can use to kind of help cut back on the rabbit?
Well, there's some plants you can plant that rabbits tend to avoid. We call them rabbit resistant. Rabbits, if they're hungry enough, will eat just about anything. But there's some plants that they tend not to go for, and I can recommend some of those.
Okay.
There are some products that help repel rabbits.
Now, this doesn't kill them or hurt them in any way?
No. It's there's one that I like because you put it in the soil around the plant once, like a fertilizer, and the plant takes it up into its system, and it makes the plant taste bad.
Okay.
So just once in a season and then you're done with that, and then the rabbits would tend to avoid it. There are other topical preparations that you can put on the plants that will repel them. Those have to be reapplied after a rain.
My other question is, now is this something I can do in the next few weeks? Say I don't get to this, August. Coming into fall, is this something I can start to plant safely? If I started using perennials or some small shrubs back here, is this something that I could do in the fall?
Shrubs and trees are always good to plant even up until September. That's great. Perennials you can plant now, but you have to make sure that they're really well watered in the heat of summer.
And would I use mulch? Can I use mulch again?
Oh, mulch is always good. Mulch will help keep the moisture in the soil and help protect the roots while they're growing.
And anything that I would have to do to protect it during the winter, do I just cover it over with leaves, or can I just let it go? I'd like something that's natural and simple. I don't have to do a lot of maintaining with, so would I just let it die back, or do I have to?
Well, that depends on the plant. If it's I'm going to recommend things that are good for this zone.
Okay.
Or in this climate, which means that generally they're going to be winter hardy.
Okay.
Extra layer of mulch is good in the winter to help protect the roots, but generally speaking, the plants that I'm going to recommend are ones that you won't need to worry too much about.
Okay.
And if there is a worry, then that's something that I'll note for that plant for you.
Now, to get rid of some of this, do I just yank it out, pull it by the roots, or do I have to chemically to get rid of some of these weeds and grasses? Would that be better to lay down?
It depends on your preference. So
I don't know that I want to.
I have snow on the mountain in my yard, and I just dug up a bunch, and I was on my hands and knees pulling
Pulling them
the roots out. And the roots are kind of extensive. They go by runners. So it was something of a process. You can take a shovel and loosen the soil. And again, when it's moist, it's easier.
Right.
Or if you prefer a quick and easy way, there are chemical applications that will kill. Right, and that's another option.
Now, can I reuse the mulch I have here? Can I, or should I dig it under or reuse it, or should I pull it out and put down brand new mulch?
I would say you could reuse it. I would rake it back off of the bed, and then save it if you like, and then you can go put it. You'll probably want to renew with more mulch,
Okay.
but I don't know why you couldn't reuse this if you would like. So for this space, which is really very shady, I'm recommending most obviously shade-loving plants. There's some really great evergreens that prefer the shade. A hemlock is a Canadian, North American native that does really well in the shade. And so I'm recommending some different hemlocks with different sizes, some golden color, different heights. I'm also recommending several different hostas. Hostas tend to have a reputation for being boring, but there can be some really beautiful big-leaved hostas, blue-leaved hostas. Rhododendron is another great shrub that loves the shade and will bloom for you in the spring. That's very nice. And it goes really well with the evergreens. And then there's a few other natives and shade-loving plants that I'm recommending lower. So we'll put the taller evergreens and shrubs in the back of the corner there. And then as we move out, we'll put some lower growing shrubs and perennials.
Oh, that's great, because I was looking for that gradation. I wanted the heighten back and come smaller. And then I was looking for the low maintenance, because I know I'm not necessarily someone who will go out and weed and take care of it.
Right. These are all very low maintenance plants.
And then I see you got boulders too that I asked. I wanted to set a few boulders in there.
Right. So I've put boulders in there, and then one of the hemlocks will actually have is a weeper.
Okay.
It'll drape over those boulders really well. It'll be a nice effect. So these are all suggestions. They're not, if you decide once you look at this more closely, you want to do something different. I think the thing you need to keep in mind is the light requirements, the height requirements, the size, and also the moisture requirements of each plant. So bachmanslandscaping.com has a great plant library if you want to take a look at some of these suggestions.
Now, where will I be able to purchase all my materials and?
You can do that through Bachman's at any one of the Bachman's outlets. So I'm putting this garden plan in here with you, along with some flyers about some of the things we talked about, and some info on Bachman services. There you go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us today. All of our garden coaching appointments are a 2-hour appointment outdoor at your home. If you would like to learn more about our garden coaching services or any of our other landscape services such as design and installation and garden maintenance, please visit our website at www.bachmanslandscaping.com, or to call and schedule an appointment, call us at 612-861-7646.